Hello, my name is Al Gonzalez, and this is my 35th year teaching and my 29th year teaching at the Chimicum School District. I've been teaching sixth grade math and science for most of my time here at Chimicum, and here's what I've been doing to help kids navigate their way through AI in math and science. So I start with a pair deck going over things they know or don't know or are curious about. On this pair deck, I point out the fact that they've probably been using AI quite a bit, whether they're aware of it or not. And most kids by now are totally aware of it. I go through and show them some videos to get them kind of thinking, is this where the future's headed? Like Tony Stark working with Jarvis, the famous scene from Wall-E. And I pulled one out of Star Trek because that's the way I see us using AI. It's just a computer program. Like we use a calculator. We talk to AI or access AI to help us think things through and quickly access information we don't have in our current memory. Then I get them through some definitions of what is a GPT, and I show there how Gemini and ChatGPT from OpenAI made these infographics, and they're very different, but both do the same thing. Show them how LLMs work, and then we have been looking at the difference between searching, like doing Google or Bing search or DuckDuckGo versus asking an AI, but those lines are getting blurred with what Google is doing. So we've been finding that out. But the important part of this activity is this right here. This is where kids give me a thumbs up and a thumbs down on what is the limit or what is the line where if we're using AI for this, we're not thinking, we're not struggling productively, we're offloading too much of the work to the AI and therefore wasting our education. And where is the line where, oh, if we're doing this, this is acceptable. So I took a image from Vera Cubero that I got from a fellowship that I'm working with, and I'm using what we discussed in class to make a guideline for my class. So this is how we set our classroom policy. This is thing number one, and it's very important and helpful. Where I had to push back on was most kids were saying, hey, we think it's acceptable if AI writes the first draft and we write the first draft and then we take the best from each. And I was like, well, what if your first draft isn't that great and the AI's is much better? What happens if you start using too much of the AI? So slowly I got kids to go one level down and agree to what I think in Washington State we've established for our state guideline is human, AI, human. The AI sandwiched in between the humans. So that's what we use here for our main guidelines. Aside from that, then I use specific tools with students. One of my favorite tools is Snorkel. So this was a problem in math that the kids were struggling with, was figuring out the height to get the area of parallelograms. So I created this Snorkel, and they're going to show me where they're still struggling with figuring out the area because it's the height that's confusing them. After we take the quiz, I'll use Mirror Talk AI to have them reflect on the quiz, and that way they'll know where they're still struggling before we get to the test. Other ways I use AI is in math. I'll create a Magic School AI room, and I made a study bot and a custom Desmos Unit 1 chatbot support. I just uploaded the Unit 1 resources that came with the curriculum and told it, guide the kids, do not give them answers, have them use what they know to figure out what they don't know, and question them. It's inquiry based. I also use School AI. So with School AI, I created a chatbot experience for our physical science unit where we're learning about forces and energy and motion. So this using our Star Trek theme in class is going to help kids who need the help. Now, these AI chatbots are on an as needed basis, whereas the Snorkel and the Mirror Talk are activities that all kids must do. And I got parent permission. I got parents to sign off. Hey, here are the ways we're going to use AI. Um, and those are the main ways. We'll also do fun things like create our Star Trek characters and make character cards on Canva, and they use Adobe Firefly for that. So there's some great things I'm doing out for kids using AI, and it's all within the lens of going back to this and this. Our goal is to become critical thinkers, not offload all of our cognitive our work, our struggle to the AI, but to use it to learn, to use it to get ideas, to use it to augment, to do more than we can do. Um, and that's exciting.